the lost civilization of Arcadia. In the depths of history, amidst the shadows of great empires like Rome and Egypt, there lay a forgotten civilization known as Arcadia. This mysterious society existed for centuries, flourishing in what is now considered the heart of Siberia, a land known for its impenetrable forests and harsh winters. Arcadia's rise and fall were unlike anything known to mankind, and for millennia, its secrets have been buried deep beneath the snow and ice, until now. Chapter 1. The Discovery. In 2022, a group of Russian archaeologists set out on an expedition to explore the Yenisei River, hoping to uncover artifacts from ancient nomadic tribes. Led by Professor Igor Petrov, the team stumbled upon a cave hidden behind a massive wall of ice. Inside, they discovered inscriptions and artifacts that hinted at the existence of an advanced civilization previously unknown to history. Among the artifacts was a device that seemed to defy all logic, a spherical object made of a metal that no one on Earth had ever seen before. It was engraved with symbols that resembled no known language. What puzzled the archaeologists most was that the object emitted a faint, pulsating glow. As they continued to explore, they realized that they had uncovered something far older and more advanced than they could have imagined. The Russian government quickly took control of the site, labeling it a state secret. The media was fed a story about a routine archaeological dig that had turned up nothing significant. But rumors began to spread on the dark web, whispering about the Arcadian sphere and the government's cover-up. Chapter 2. The Origins of Arcadia. Historical texts, uncovered and deciphered by Petrov and his team, revealed that Arcadia was not an ordinary civilization. The people of Arcadia had advanced knowledge of astronomy, engineering, and medicine, centuries ahead of their time. They built vast cities made of an unbreakable crystal, the secret of which they guarded with utmost secrecy. According to legends, Arcadia was founded over 10,000 years ago by a group of people who had traveled across continents, led by a mysterious figure known only as the Sage. The Sage was believed to possess knowledge far beyond mortal understanding. Some say he was not of this earth. As the archaeologists dug deeper into the ancient ruins, they found references to a catastrophic event called the Great Convergence. Arcadian texts describe this event as a time when the Earth's magnetic pole shifted, causing massive destruction. The Arcadians, possessing technology far beyond their time, tried to prevent the catastrophe, but they ultimately failed. Their cities crumbled, and their people disappeared without a trace. Chapter 3. The Sphere and its Power. The Arcadian sphere, the most mysterious of the artifacts, became the focus of extensive research. After months of analysis, Russian scientists realized that the sphere was not merely an artifact, it was a power source. It contained a limitless amount of energy, capable of generating enough power to sustain an entire city for centuries. But there was something even more curious about it. The sphere's energy fluctuated with the position of the stars. Professor Petrov, fascinated by the sphere's connection to astronomy, consulted with some of Russia's top astrophysicists. They discovered that the sphere's energy peaked when it aligned with a particular constellation, one that had not been visible in Earth's skies for over 10,000 years. This constellation, known to the Arcadians as the Gate, was said to open a path between worlds. Chapter 4. The Vanishing Cities. As the research continued, Petrov's team noticed something disturbing. Members of the expedition began to disappear without a trace. First, it was the young geologist Sergei Morozov, who had been documenting the symbols on the walls. Then, 2 more researchers vanished during a routine inspection of the ruins. The official explanation was that they had gotten lost in the vast Siberian wilderness, but those who remained knew the truth was far stranger. Petrov himself began experiencing vivid dreams. He saw the Arcadian cities, shining with blue light under a sky filled with stars not of this world. In his dreams, he heard voices speaking in an ancient tongue, calling him to the gate. One night, Petrov awoke to find himself standing outside the cave, as if drawn there by an unseen force. When he entered, he found the sphere glowing brighter than ever before, casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, a loud hum filled the cave, and the symbols on the walls began to shift and move, forming a pattern that seemed to be a map of the stars. Chapter 5. the revelation? Fearing that they were on the brink of uncovering something beyond their control, the Russian government ordered the site to be sealed and the research team to be disbanded. But Petrov, obsessed with discovering the truth, refused to leave. In a desperate attempt to decode the sphere's power, Petrov began experimenting with the object. Using advanced technology and computing power, he mapped the sphere's energy fluctuations to the movement of the planets. His calculations revealed a shocking truth. The sphere was not just a power source, it was a key. The sphere was designed to activate when the constellation, the Gate, aligned perfectly with Earth's magnetic field, a rare event that only happened once every 12,000 years. When activated, the sphere would open a portal to another dimension, a place the Arcadians called the Beyond. Chapter 6: The Portal. Against the orders of his superiors, Petrov activated the sphere during the alignment. The moment he did, the air around him shimmered, and a massive portal opened in the center of the cave. It was a swirling vortex of light, and from within, Petrov could see glimpses of an alien landscape, towers of crystal and oceans of liquid silver. He realized then that the Arcadians had not vanished. They had left. They had used the sphere to escape the cataclysmic events of the Great Convergence, traveling to this otherworldly dimension to preserve their civilization. But the portal was unstable. The energy required to keep it open was immense, and the sphere began to overheat. Petrov knew he had only moments before it would collapse. As he stood on the edge of the portal, he faced a choice: step through and discover the fate of the Arcadians, or remain and seal the portal forever. Chapter 7: The Disappearance of Professor Petrov. In the days that followed, the Russian government declared that Professor Igor Petrov had died in a tragic accident during a routine expedition. The site was sealed, and all records of the expedition were classified. However, some members of the research team who survived the ordeal spoke in hushed tones about what had truly happened. They claimed that, just before the portal collapsed, they saw Petrov step into the light, vanishing into the unknown. The portal closed behind him, and the sphere, once glowing with energy, fell silent and dark. Years later, the cave remains off-limits, guarded by Russian military forces. But whispers of the Arcadian sphere and its mysterious power continue to circulate online. Some claim that the sphere still holds the key to unimaginable energy, while others believe it is a doorway to worlds beyond human comprehension. Chapter 8: The Return of the Arcadians. In 2045, the sphere activated once again. This time, it did so on its own, without any human intervention. The constellation, the Gate, had aligned perfectly with Earth's magnetic field, just as it had thousands of years ago. Scientists who had studied the sphere for years were baffled. Despite all their efforts, they could not prevent the portal from opening. This time, it wasn't a single person who stepped through. Figures began to emerge from the light. The Arcadians had returned. They were no longer the same people who had left Earth millennia ago. Transformed by their time in the Beyond, they possessed knowledge and technology far beyond human comprehension. Their eyes glowed with an unnatural light, and they spoke in a language that seemed to resonate with the very air around them. The Russian government attempted to contain the situation, but the Arcadians were not interested in negotiation. They had come to reclaim their homeland, a place they believed had been theirs long before humanity's rise. Cities around the world reported strange phenomena: disappearances, energy surges, and sightings of mysterious figures. Chapter 9: The Fall of Modern Civilization. As the Arcadians spread across the globe, they began activating ancient devices buried deep within the Earth. These devices, remnants of their lost technology, caused massive disruptions to the planet's magnetic field. Natural disasters, from earthquakes to storms of unprecedented magnitude, ravaged cities worldwide. The world governments, unable to contain the chaos, struggled to maintain order. Humanity faced the terrifying reality that their world was built upon the ruins of an ancient civilization with powers far beyond their understanding. The Arcadians, now fully in control, spoke of a new era, an era where humanity must choose to adapt to the ways of their ancient predecessors or face extinction. But some believe that there is still hope. Whispers of a second sphere, hidden deep within the Earth, circulate among resistance groups. This sphere, they say, holds the power to reverse the portal and send the Arcadians back to the beyond. Epilogue: the search for the second sphere. In the frozen wastelands of Antarctica, an international team of scientists has begun a desperate search. Guided by fragments of ancient Arcadian texts and satellite imagery, they believe they have located the entrance to the chamber where the second sphere is buried. But the Arcadians are aware of their plans. As the last remnants of human civilization prepare for a final stand, the question remains: will humanity unlock the secrets of the Arcadians in time, or will they become the latest civilization to vanish into the annals of history?